How's it going, guys, and welcome back for a new video. This right here is the 120 reverse hybrid, and I'm gonna try to do it a little bit different. Today I'm going to go through steps. So the first one is how to tunnel. As you can see right here, I placed a ton of stone right now to kind of represent, I don't know, stone. So what I'm gonna do now is that I am going to enable our tunnel. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna save these ticks right here. There you go. So now those are saved, so I can remove them. All I gotta do is put a comparator. Here we are. That's all I need to do. And now all we can do now is also remove the reverse, which is right here. And then whenever we fire, we should be able to have this tunnel effect. Of course, we could have disabled the sand, but oh well. So as you can see, the tunnel effect is perfect. So now that you don't need to fire the... Okay, I almost did it right, but we have a little bit of left right here, and if I shoot again, you're gonna see it's not gonna make really a big difference. So you gotta keep that in mind whenever using this tunnel way right here. It is only for the first six chunks and so before it starts dipping or whatever. So now that we have tunnel through this right here, that's pretty much the end of the step 1. In the step 2, we want to hybrid, and the way we can hybrid with this right here is that it's actually pretty simple. What you're going to do is you want to take this right here, you want to take that off. This right here is the reverse. We don't want to go up. Then we want to keep the sand on, and we want to keep the scatter on and the hammer on, and that should be pretty much it. So if we go ahead and fire this cannon here, we'll see that it starts to do exactly that. Now you might notice that I forgot to tell you to change this back, so maybe that would be a good idea. So let's go ahead and quickly do that. Here we are, and that's the reason I saved it, so now you can remember how it was if you forgot about that. But now, this right here is pretty much how we basically hybrid any walls in front of it. Normally you would use another cannon, maybe you would use a 1 second, one stacker. That's pretty evil to do, and then have a reverse hybrid after it. That's very evil. But this right here is pretty much how you just hybrid a basic wall right here. So what you're really doing this for is you need to get under all the walls and then under the base, which is essentially what we're doing right now, is trying to get under all the walls. But this right here is pretty much the end of step 2. Alright, step 3 is how to get a backboard, which can get a little tricky. So let's see if you can follow along right here. This right here was the hammer, you can disable that. This right here is the reverse, you can disable that. Then also we're gonna need to disable most of the sand comp. So we're gonna do it like that, because then we only have 2 sand. Now that you've done that, you are pretty much ready to cut some power, since we don't need all the power. So I'm gonna start with just taking off the entire side right here. So I'm gonna try to take this entire side off first, and then let's see how this one goes. Alright, so we did fire right here. Let's see if we can locate the sand anywhere. And we can't, so we definitely need to take even more power off. We are. Let's try again. Okay, so we located the sand, which is located right here now. And it looks like we need a little bit more power, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more. And let's fire again. Okay, so we got the sand right here. I would like to put a little bit more power on it. There we go. Let's fire again. Okay, so now we got it a little bit too far. So let's go ahead and try to take a little bit more off. And let's shoot again. What we're trying to do right now is try to get it right below it. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, I can deal with this. Alright, so that is how you pretty much get a backstack under it. As you can see right here, now we have 1 block under it. And it's the end of this step right here. Next step is how to reverse hybrid, and to do that, all the changes we previously made of course needs to be changed back, which then means we need to take on all the power up again like this right here. We also need to enable our reverse, which is located right here. We also need to get our hammer on, which is located right here. And then of course the last thing is we need a sand compression, which is located right there. Now that that one is on and everything is enabled, you are pretty much ready to reverse hybrid. So if you have a backstack under somebody's base or something like that, you should be ready now to reverse hybrid. So let's have a look on that right here. There we are. So of course right now we would have water coming down. not really sure why they choose not to do that, but we can just make our own water. Totally doesn't look really gay. I think that's it. Yeah, we can. That's fine with us. So now that you've got a backboard, all you need to do now is you can just hybrid, and hybrid. But at some point, of course, you're gonna see that you won't be able to hybrid anymore, because right now you're going through these layers right here. But at some point, you won't be able to go through them anymore, because it's getting, as you can see, here we are. So 2 more, as you can see right here. There's space for 2 more. Other than that, then we need to start hybriding down. But it looks like we're pretty much inside the base right now. So we're still going up right here. As you can see, there's still reverse layers, and we can shoot one more time. I assume this one here is the next. Is going to be through this, and that's pretty much the end of the step on how to reverse hybrid. Step 5 is how to get rid of your reverse hybrid stack. It's pretty much the same as the one on how to hybrid here. The only difference is that you need to make sure that the hammer is actually on these repeater ticks, because now you're going to try to get rid of as much sand as possible. Hopefully it's going to work out this way right here. You can also take your sand compression off if you don't really like that, but you can take it off right here, so you can have 1 TNT, oh sorry, 2 sand. It doesn't really matter because I want a private server, so I can just stack it up again, but if I want faction, I would probably prefer to do that. But anyways, let's press the button and see what happens. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, it starts to get rid of it, but one thing that's different right here is that sand is not really working, or the water is not really working, so I'm going to do it manually, and then if you fire again, we should see it look normal now. It's going to spread around the sand a little bit, because we have the scatter and then the hammer afterwards, as you can see right here, and it's kind of on purpose I did that, because now you'll be able to, as you can see, it's already starting to create backstacks behind it, which is really helpful for a lot of things. So right now I could pretty much, because of these, I could pretty much set up a backboard again without having to actually get rid of power and stuff like that. And that's pretty much why I made it do that, and why I didn't just take out the hammer. And let's do it one more time, because then we can get a backboard up right here, which would be perfect. And I'm pretty sure we can do it without getting rid of too much. There we are, perfect. So now as you can see, we have a perfect backboard again, and that's thanks to our beautiful hammer that is pushing the sand to the side. But that's right here is the end of this step. Coming into the last, which is step 6, I am also going to show you guys a video on this cannon here working on Psycho and all other servers. So I'm going to show that to you in a second. But before that, I thought this would be a good idea to quickly explain to you guys how this works, so whenever you use this cannon here, you would have an idea on how it works and not just pressing the button. So let's go ahead and quickly get this over with it. So the first thing we're gonna go into is how and why, and like what is different things in this cannon. You already know what the sand compression is. The sand compression is compressing everything into a block so I can get into the cannon. So it's compressing it into this block right here at the top. And how it does that is pretty simple. The first thing it's going to do, the dual sand compression is going to push all the blocks over to this over here. Once it's done that, then this booster right here explode and push everything over to one block, which is now right there. Then this sand right here is going to fall, and when it's falling, as soon as it reaches right on the pistons is going to extend, and once the piston extends, there's going to be a second pulse of this booster right here. That's going to shoot the sand all the way over here, and that's going to land at the wall. That is how that works. On top of that, we also have our hammer, and we also have our scatter, which is going under the piston as well. So it's going to be landed right here, and then the piston extend, and it's going to get fired from the same booster over to the same area, which will end right here. So now we have, like that, we have the scatter and the hammer. There we are. The hammer is coming in, as you can see, the same guider under the same shit as the sand. The next thing we have is the reverse. Pretty much what it says, it's reversed. What it does is it comes down here, and once it... shit. I didn't mean to that. My vape just completely fell down. Alright, here we are. So what it's going to do is that it's going to fall down. The slab is going to extend. The slab is going, or the TNT is going to be underneath it, as you can see right here. And then that is going to the wall. Oops. Here we are. Perfect. Now it's almost like a man. Almost. Inside our sand, we also have our red sand. which is located right here. That's why we have one tick on it right here. So both this side and this side right here is pretty much the one-shot sand or whatever you say. So now that we've got that under control, let's compress everything into one block. So now in the sand, we have our hammer, we have our scatter, and we have the red sand that I just told you about. Now the reverse is going to fire out, or the reverse is going to shoot everything up, and when that is up, the hammer is going to shoot it down, because the hammer is inside the sand. It's going to shoot it up, and the hammer is going to stack it down, leaving the red sand like that. And then we have our scatter only left. That's going to explode, make a hole, and that's pretty much it. Let me show you the video of where I pretty much tested it on all the servers. But as always, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like the video, comment down below if you have any questions, suggestions, whatsoever. And as always, guys, remember to subscribe to my channel. Let's watch the video.